Hey guys, Zach here, coming at you with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Hogwarts Legacy, and basically I'm going to be listing off 5 main hopes I have for the game. Now I am very excited for this game, there's nothing that I'm not excited for about this game, but there are 5 main things that I really want out of this game, and yeah, so without any further ado, let's get right into it.
Now, how can I get up there?
Firstly, I want lots and lots and lots of Hogwarts. Hogwarts is, obviously it's in the title, Hogwarts Legacy, but also it's the main dream that people have had when it comes to a Harry Potter video game. People want to be a student at Hogwarts, people want to go to classes, and it's one of the only things that really wants us to go to school, really. It's so crazy that Hogwarts is the one thing that makes people go, yeah, I'd like to go to that school, that sounds pretty cool. So I would love for Hogwarts to be a real main focal point of this game. Now obviously, like I said, Hogwarts Legacy, it's in the title, so it kind of leads us to think that it is, but there's also the other element where we are kind of exploring and having our other, tasks, finding this ancient power and using our magic, like in the outside world. But I really hope that it really just ties more so into Hogwarts than, outside Hogwarts. And tying into that, I want Hogwarts to be very open. I want it to be so that you can explore basically every single nook and cranny of Hogwarts, every single room, everything that's described in the books. Of course, you probably wouldn't be able to access places like Chamber of Secrets because you can't speak Parseltongue unless that's a secret, power that your wizard or witch has. But I would love to be able to explore everything that can be explored. Maybe you can go and see where the whole incident between Harry Potter and Professor Quirrell happened in the original Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone movie. Or maybe you can use one of the 7 secret passageways that goes over to the Shrieking Shack. Overall, there's just so much that they can do, and I really hope that they lean into the open world atmosphere of the game. Now, we do know this game is open world, but I really want it to be open world, and this even goes outside of Hogwarts. If you're walking down Diagon Alley, or even down Hogsmeade, you really should be able to go into every single store and location that is there. I think that would be super awesome, and it would make the world feel more real.
A new wizard card!
So obviously, this takes place in the late 1800s, before anything that we've seen so far, whether it's Fantastic Beasts or the Harry Potter movies. But this is in the era where if it's late enough in the 1800s, Albus Dumbledore will be going to Hogwarts. So I think it would personally be really cool if this somehow ties into the Fantastic Beasts lore. Now obviously, a lot of people want it to be separate from Harry Potter, and there's no way that it would be connected to the main Harry Potter books or movies. But when it comes to Fantastic Beasts, I think it would be really cool to maybe see some lead up as to why Dumbledore and Grindelwald team up to get the Elder Wand and the Invisibility Cloak and the Resurrection Stone, aka the Deathly Hallows. Like, I think it'd be really cool to see that, because in the Fantastic Beasts movies, you see a little bit of that, but you mostly see the aftermath of Dumbledore and Grindelwald splitting ways and, not working together anymore. So it'd be really cool for this game to emphasize on them working together at first. Maybe Dumbledore finds the Mirror of Erised at first, that kind of stuff. I think that could be really cool, to be honest.
I don't like Peeves. He's a bit of a nuisance.
Thirdly is Quidditch. Quidditch is one of the biggest things in Harry Potter to me that they kind of stopped really focusing on after the 3rd movie. Yes, it was in the 6th movie, but regardless, the books always focused on Quidditch, and it got me so attached to the sport. It is so much fun to watch, and the game, Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup, that came out on the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube, is one of my favorite games to play because, funny enough, I love Quidditch, and it's just fun to toss the quaffle around, shoot for goals, and yeah. So I think there should be a Quidditch element in this game. Now, I don't think it should be a major element. Maybe it can be, which I'll kind of go into that in the next point, but Quidditch is such a fundamental part of Hogwarts where I think it would be such a shame if they kind of push that off to the side for this game. I think that should be heavily emphasized, whether you're a player or just watching. Maybe if you don't want to play Quidditch, maybe you could bet on the teams and bet who's going to win the Quidditch World Cup or the Quidditch House Cup. And all that kind of stuff. Or if you're playing, maybe you get to choose your position. You get to actually play in your position. Because the thing is, with the Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup game, you always played as a chaser, and then when it was time to catch the snitch, you would switch over to the seeker. So maybe instead of that, you can choose which position you want to play. Maybe you have to choose the beater role, and you have to look around for the bludgers, and you have to beat them and protect your teammates. Or maybe you're a keeper, and you have to keep track of the goals and make sure no one scores a goal on you. And maybe there could be an online component to that, like online Quidditch, where you are matched up with other players who are in the other positions, and you get to play Quidditch with all these different people online, 7v7 online Quidditch. I think that could be really cool. I know this game is an RPG, but it could be a nice fun little side mode for people to play who maybe aren't as interested in the RPG element of the game.
I found enough beans to get a wizard card!
I think this game should have many different endings. Now, I know they've definitely hinted to this game having multiple endings, but I think I want them to go many different endings. They've talked about your witch or wizard becoming good or becoming bad, and that majorly influencing the outcomes of the game. But I really think they should really dive deep into that and create multiple endings within that. Like, I want many, many, many different endings. Almost like Until Dawn, but even more in depth, where characters live or die based on your decisions, on top of you becoming good or evil, on top of other things you do at Hogwarts. Maybe you win the battle against the dark power that's working against you. Maybe you lose against the dark power that's working against you. I think that would be just super, super cool. And plus, it would just offer a lot more replayability. It would offer reason for people to go back. Like I said with Quidditch, maybe you grow your Quidditch career, maybe you don't. Maybe you never play Quidditch, or it gives you a reason to go back maybe and play Quidditch, or not play Quidditch, or try a different position in Quidditch. There's just so much that this could offer, and I think that if done correctly, it could be such a cool thing if there are many, many, many different endings.
Give me back Neville's Remember-All, Malfoy.
Lastly, and I think this is a big one for me personally, is I would love to see a Nintendo Switch version. A Nintendo Switch version of Hogwarts Legacy could be so, so, so cool. Now, I wouldn't expect it to come out at the same time as all the other versions, but there have been a lot of games that are current gen that have been brought to the Nintendo Switch, just downgraded slightly to work on Nintendo's hardware. Of course, there are rumors of a Nintendo Switch Pro coming out next year that could make it so much easier for them to bring Hogwarts Legacy over without really having to do major downgrades. But regardless, I think it's very possible. They brought over The Witcher 3, they're bringing over Doom Eternal, they brought over so many current gen games, and this game, even though it is coming out on next gen, it is also coming out current gen. So I think it is very possible for them to bring Hogwarts Legacy out on the Nintendo Switch, and I don't think it would be for a while. Like I said, it definitely wouldn't come out at the same time, but honestly, if it came out a year after Hogwarts Legacy did, I would still personally double dip and get the Nintendo Switch version, most definitely. So I'd like to personally thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Hogwarts Legacy is a game I am very, very excited for, and I really hope you guys are excited for it too. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, all that stuff down below. Make sure to click the notification bell so you're notified of when I upload videos, and make sure to check out the merch store. There's some cool ZakPak merch up on there for you to check out. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.